Hello again, welcome back to the Weekly Worst, your home for learning all the ins and outs of WGDPS Weekly. I'm your host Lamako, and I would like to personally thank you all for all the attention and feedback I've received on the first episode. At first I doubted that this would be a regular series, but with all the views and likes, I've still got a job. And there is plenty that occurred this week to cover on today's episode, so without further ado, let's get right into some of the hottest topics. Probably the most important announcement this week, and a sad one at that, Flaky is retiring after 3 years in WGDPS. This week was going to be the last we heard from them on the server and Discord in general. In their statement, they said, "My life has taken some crazy turns and I have unmissable opportunities which I must put my full focus on. I've also fallen completely out of love for the game and I'm getting my phone pretty much next week," which has already occurred. Thank you everyone for the memories. With nearly 400 creator points and being a huge inspiration for many creators and players in the community, Flaky is truly one of the most significant figures that will shortly be out of the picture. If you're watching this, Flaky, I'd like to personally say thank you for all that you've done. You will truly remain the greatest. Worst greatest? The worst of them all? The go to the worst. There we go. Due to all of this, the Monster Gauntlet will be judged by another moderator. Hopefully we can expect to see the results very soon. And in fact, Flaky isn't the only one who has left the server this week. A renowned creator, Colt, has also left due to the busyness of school and parental figures. With around 120 creator points, they've also left a great legacy for worst GDPS. And while not retiring, Eldermod ASBC Hazel is taking a bit of a break for personal reasons. Hopefully we should hear back from them in the near future. Next with Hot Topics, there is a new top 1 challenge created and beaten by 150 IQ player, which has dethroned the previous top 1 and by PP Pixel. The level's name in its entirety is Bloodbath version 2 Circles Redux 523 Part 2 the sequel, but it's more commonly abbreviated as follows. Due to BBV2's placement, there have been some changes and additions to the challenge list rules operated by Biohazard. While previous rules and requirements describe levels to be 30 seconds long at the most and verified legitimately, the newer versions explain that a challenge can have at most 29 seconds of gameplay and cannot be longer than 35 seconds. Only unrated levels can be added to the list, yet they can be rated afterwards, and the rate status is irrelevant to placement. Hopefully I summarized everything well. GG's to 150 IQ player for this big achievement, and a special shout out to Biohazard for all this info as well as the thumbnail for this video. More big news this week, Slopes has reached over 500 creator points and dethroned Win as the top 1 creator. He broke the barrier with the level modern WGDPS test and has since gotten many more levels rated this week. While Win tried to gain back some ground, I don't believe it was to much avail. Congrats Slopes. The final hot topic includes Mershark being exposed as a hacker. Clyde has released a video showcasing all the bonkers ways that Mershark has cheated on various extreme demons. I highly encourage you to watch it if you haven't already. Clyde's video is linked in the description. That wraps it up for hot topics this week, and boy what a ton we've had. Now let's move on to some demon news where we have lots of completions. Some big demon news today. First on the list, Clyde has beaten 3 listed extremes earlier this week, which includes Jack-O-Lantern Graveyard by themselves, Simon Blade by Geodom, and Maxie's Cheese by Flaky. This means with 43 completions in total, they claimed the #1 spot on the demon list for 2 days. Not long after, Mershark managed to catch up due to their incredible hacking skills. This week they've managed to beat, and I need to take a long breath for this one, Hypothermia by Bad Addict, Not So Bad by Caramel Tea, Scary Room 3 by The Bumsharder, Non-Ordinary Life by Du Bois with a fluke from 44%, Zany Gaming by Chloe, You Got the Epic Robot by Dane, My Basement by Space, Banna's Purgatory by Jupy, Acu by Kara, New Kevik by Clyde with a fluke from 35%, Traumatism by Crazy By with a fluke from 7%, Trog Never Clear by 49, Beyond Five Guys by Big Willy Boy, Rupert by Kara as their new hardest, a jump from Myrtle, which is currently 58 on the demon list. Oh, and they've also just verified Scary House by Yop. With all of these completions, they have moved not only into the top 3, but top 1 spot, 46 completions in total, 14 this week alone. Nice work using the cytoplankton and skin grafting method to your advantage, Mershark. Next, Slopes is the first victor of both Instant Electrocution by Idiot Man and The Wraith by Kermal50, and beat Beyond Five Guys as its 7th victor. Both he and Mingo have also beaten Non-Ordinary Life by Du Bois. Yop beat You Got the Epic Robot by Dane as well, and Vic-78 has beaten yet another hardest, Adherence by Clyde. Congratulations to all players. There have been 2 new verified and rated extremes this week, Without You by the worst GDPS demon legend himself, Caramel T, and Scary House by Yop, verified by Mershark. 2 other levels have been re-rated to an extreme, 6 by Mershark and Coltember by Colt and Cornell. While less important, I would like to bring up that my level Ramification, which has previously been rated an extreme before being re-rated to a hard demon, has recently gotten re-rated to a medium demon, then immediately re-rated back to a hard demon. So what's it gonna be, guys? Now with all demon news out of the way, let's take a look at some important levels. There are a few important levels featured on this week's episode, starting with the first completed submission to the Caramel TCC, the Bounciest Blue Demon by Miss Dora. This extreme features a very unique gimmick using orbs and pads, and is a very good submission. However, it has yet to be verified. If anyone wishes to give it a try, here's the ID. Hopefully it gets done soon. Another finished level is Proper by Mosqueda, also a very unique and almost too good level for the servers. More significantly good looking levels that have yet to be finished include Goodbye Human by Yonabi, this entry that is close to being verified by I Hate Iris, a layout preview of Clock's Third Face by Clyde, and some further deco by Pan2 on their own level. Unrelated to the creator competition, 2 levels in the Element series have been completed this week, Element 78 Platinum by Stupid, and Element 111 Runt Genium by Torque. A new creator by the name of Nilo has just made a level that got some attention, mainly as it features several unique fish suggested by players of WGDPS. My personal favorite is this one. We have 2 rated legendaries this week, those levels being Bpan by Oxyevshi and From Me to You by Angzev, and 2 mythics, Cornflower by Slopes and Desolate Travel by Angzev. Finally, we have just reached over 10,000 rated levels on the server. What a huge achievement that really rounds off this week full of spectacular events. Now, unfortunately, I was too busy to schedule an interview this week, and this episode is jam-packed already, but I am eager to get another significant guest on the show next week. Until then, have a wonderful worst weekend. We will be back with more news on WGDPS shortly.